With no state income tax, incredible amenities, and great weather, Tequesta has become a really popular place to move to. However, like any area, there are always pluses and minuses. If you've been considering a move to Tequesta, Florida, this is the insider info you need before you make a move. Let's take a look at all of the great things about living in Tequesta right now. The first reason to move to Tequesta is that it's quiet. For those of us looking for a quiet place to live, Tequesta is perfect. There's almost no traffic on the neighborhood streets. There are only about 6,000 people that live here year-round. It's perfectly safe to walk or jog around your neighborhood because the traffic is really limited. A lot of the neighborhoods in Tequesta will have canals and waterways behind the houses. You may worry that boats will come tearing through the canals, but Tequesta has really kept that under control. Boats are limited in size, which keeps the canals clean and safe, and they have no wake zones in residential areas, so the boats have to move really slowly past the houses. No boat parties roaring past your house at 2 a.m. It's family-friendly neighborhood where kids can play safely. If you do want to go out, there are plenty of delicious locally owned restaurants. You could also go running or biking on the interconnected sidewalks or take your dog to one of the many dog parks and dog beaches. From Juno Beach Pier all the way north to Jupiter Inlet are all dog beaches. If you do have kids, pay attention to the location of your home because Tequesta straddles the line between Palm Beach County and Martin County. You could end up in either the Palm Beach or the Martin School District. There are a lot of private school options nearby, but if you're in the Martin County part of the city, that's going to add any commuting time to get to those private schools, which are typically towards the south. A lot of people are specifically moving away from Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and Boca Raton because they're looking for a quieter lifestyle. There's always something to do in Tequesta, but it's not packed with tourists like other parts of Florida can be. A lot of people who live here are into taking it easy, so life goes at a slower pace than down in Miami. Even if things are moving a little bit slower in Tequesta, that doesn't mean there's no culture. The Maltz Jupiter Theater has top performing shows right outside of Tequesta. You also have the Kravis Center about 40 minutes away in West Palm Beach, which has touring Broadway shows that come through town, along with other big names like Cirque du Soleil. The next reason to move here are the local restaurants. Being a smaller community, Tequesta doesn't have a ton of chain restaurants. You have the access to all of those restaurants if you have a favorite you would miss, but the majority of restaurants are all small, locally owned businesses. Crosby Kitchen, Hog Snappers, and Papi Chulo are all excellent restaurants right in Tequesta that you can't find anywhere else. The next reason are the beaches. I have already mentioned the dog beaches for your four-legged friends, but there are plenty of beaches just for people too. Blowing Rocks Preserve is a 73-acre nature preserve with gorgeous ocean views. When the waves hit the rocks, water shoots up in the air around 30 feet, and that's just one of the beach options available. Because you're a little farther away from Miami up in Tequesta, you're not going to be fighting tourists for the spot. These are quiet family beaches that locals enjoy. There are those beautiful beach white sands you see in movies. Tequesta beaches have cleaner sand and clearer water than beaches in northern Florida. And like I said, these beaches are lesser known, so you have plenty of room to spread out and enjoy it. And you might be able to see some turtles. Juno Beach has some of the most nesting sea turtles in the world. You can't get too close because they rope everything off to keep the nest safe, but it's pretty cool to know that there's little baby turtles in there. There's a place nearby called Loggerhead Marina that has all kinds of exhibits and learning activities for kids where they can learn about sea turtles and conservation. On the intercoastal beaches, you can let your kids play without worrying about riptides. Whichever beach you choose, there's no metered parking. You're not going to have to worry about feeding a meter and watching your time to avoid a ticket. Parking is free and there's plenty of it. That's really unusual for the rest of Florida. Another reason are the outdoor activities. Are you a golfer? Tequesta is golfer's paradise. There are 16 golf courses within a short drive of Tequesta and 70 within a 20-mile radius. 9 courses are public, so you don't have to be a member of any club to be able to golf there. All you need to do is set up a tee time. And the weather in Tequesta is great for golfing. There are plenty of sunny days to get out on the course, an average of 235 days of sun a year. Another great activity for sunny days is boating. Those waterways we just talked about are a crystal clear blue and are led to the Loxahatchee River. Just keep in mind that there are some fixed bridges and the river is not very deep, so you're limited to smaller boats. Around 30 to 40 feet would be perfect. It may be annoying that you're limited in boat size, but it really makes for beautiful, clear waterways. You can get a boat down the river or go tubing or wakeboarding and never worry about giant boats roaring past you. There are sandbars that the family can play on. Sandbars in other parts of the state can be filled with partiers, smoking, or drinking, but sandbars near Tequesta are clean and family-friendly. You can even boat out to the ocean through the inlet. Want to stay on land? No problem. Most of the sidewalks are interconnected throughout Tequesta and Jupiter, so you can walk, jog, or ride your bike throughout the city. The Jupiter Island stretch is a 17-mile road of beach that's a beautiful place to ride your bike. Constitution Park is a great park right in Tequesta with walking trails, basketball courts, pavilions, and a fun playground. It's another spot in the city that's great for the family. Sometimes they have food trucks come and set up right in the park. It's a great time for everybody. Another reason is the low crime. While you're out at the course or on the beach, your home will be perfectly safe. Tequesta has a very low crime rate. It's ranked in the top 20% of safe cities in America. It's actually even one of the safest cities in Florida. The statewide chance of being involved in a crime is 1 in 57, but you have only a 1 in 234 chance in Tequesta. It's not unusual for people to leave their cars and houses unlocked because it is so safe. Tequesta is a place where you can jog, walk your dog around your neighborhood without having any worries. I hope this was helpful as you consider moving to Tequesta. It's a peaceful little community that offers some of the best beaches in Florida without the hassle of bigger towns. It does have a tropical climate, which can be hard for some to live with, but you'll find that it's worth it. If you want a taste of the South Florida lifestyle without all the noise and bustle of a big city, Tequesta would be the perfect spot for you. Whether you're looking for a beautiful house, the best beaches in the country, to retire or invest here, or simply a great community, Tequesta has it all. If you're thinking about buying a home in Tequesta or Palm Beach County in the next 3 days or 3 months, feel free to call, text, email, or schedule a Zoom call today. We can help you make a smooth move to your new home in beautiful Palm Beach County at no cost to you. Thank you so much for your time. Looking forward to showing you around town soon.